Meanwhile, on the other side of the hemisphere, people across the U.S. are waking up to freezing temperatures this morning. Parts of Michigan and Pennsylvania have already seen snow. I don't believe it.
The weather system is expected to move east. Well, that's pictures from the part of the country where they're experiencing that. So let's bring in CBS News weather producer David Parkinson. He is joining us now with the forecast.
Believe it.
Yeah, believe it, right? Look at all the white animation
little
there.
Fingers of snow on the
fingers
radar.
of snow. So what are the temperatures looking like today?
Yeah, so here's the interesting thing. In terms of that snow, there's not a whole lot out there. It's all either lake effect or lake enhanced, and there's some upslope snow too. So Stowe was picking up a couple of inches of snow in Vermont. There's some just coming off of Lake Ontario and some of the Finger Lakes in central New York. That's what you're seeing down there around the Ithaca area. But for the most part, it's not actually a story of the snow. It's a story of the temperatures. Now, here's the thing. We're below freezing in a lot of the East Coast, or we're going to get there tomorrow. It's not actually all that rare, interestingly enough. Normally Westport, Connecticut, which is where Lonnie was this morning, they hit it November 3rd, so they're actually late on the season. Here in New York, we usually hit it November 13th, so we're a couple days early. And then Birmingham is going to be right on the money. They usually hit it November 9th. That's the average going back to the 1880s, and we're going to hit it on November 9th. So it's not unheard of, but it is still jarring, particularly given just how warm it was. The other thing to note is your normal high temperature in New York this time of year is 57. It's going to be 39 today. Worcester's not going to make it above the freezing mark. Green Bay is going to make it to a high of 27. All of these are well 15 or 20 degrees below normal. So it's the shock of it happening so quickly. It's the first one of the year, and it is considerably below normal, even if it is not a cold that is terribly unexpected for, let's say, a December or January.
So is it going to linger, though? Like, is this the beginning of winter, or are we just going to see this drop and then slowly it'll ease up a little bit?
So I don't have to let it linger now, but it's coming back.
I know eventually it will.
Yeah, so it's a quick sort of up
I hear snarky comments. Although, yes, winter's good. That's typically what it does is it gets colder every year, Emery.
Winter is coming.
So look, so Sunday's actually not going to be a bad day for much of the East Coast. You're probably going to be fairly warm, and Monday's going to be okay for parts. But here's the interesting contrast, right? This is what they call November in Texas, right? So it's 60 degrees in Dallas on Monday morning. Look at where the front is there. I mean, you can pick out the cold front there clear as day. Wichita is the other side of it. Watch that cold front drop through, and then by Tuesday morning, it feels like 18 in Dallas. But look, there's warm air ahead of the front up in Boston, where it's 49 degrees for your feels like. Watch the front come through for your Wednesday, and boom, you're down to 8. So that is an example of, yes, it's going to warm and then cool, but the amount of people covered by next week's, considering it's going all the way down to the Mexican border, it is a much worse situation. You combine that with also some snow, which is possible for the Northeast, for Chicago. It is really a chance to look and feel like winter about a month or so ahead of normal. But,
time to swap out the fall coat for the winter coat.
Today, first day of the long johns.
Or
the long johns on
make
today.
sure you have the coat. I mean, I will be ashamed to admit
coat's not enough. I need the long johns. I'm getting, I'm thinking about moving to Del Boca Vista very soon.
There's no room in Del Boca Vista.
There's no room in Del. We're moving out of Del Boca Vista. All right, David. Thank you very much.
Sure thing.